Now I request Mr. Kapil Sibal, Senior Advocate, to say a few words and also recite a poem written by him for Honorable Mr. Justice Abhay's book.
My Lord, the Chief Justice of India, Justice B.R. Gawai, my Lord Justice Abhay S. Oak, the learned Attorney General for India, Vikas Singh, President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Rahul Kaushik, Vice President, Pragya Baghel, Secretary of the Bar Association, Bipin Nair, President of the SCORA, distinguished judges of the Karnataka High Court, distinguished judges of the Bombay High Court who are present here, retired judges present here, senior members of the bar, advocates on record. This is a very tough moment because we are bidding farewell to a judge who has won our hearts while he was here. Just think about it. Why do we remember judges? And if you go to the history of the court, what are the great judges that you think of? And you will realize that there is a thematic connection to all that. All judges who protected the citizens' freedom have always been remembered. Think of Patanjali Shastri. Think of A.K. Gopalan. Think of Keshav Bharti case. Think of Justice Bhagwati's great judgments on Article 14. So all the great judgments of this court have a thematic connection, which is the protection of freedom. And in that pantheon, Justice Oak, you will be in line. You mentioned that you never gave a dissent while you were a judge. You actually rank along with Justice Krishna Iyer of the Supreme Court, who also never gave a dissent. And about your not being in the media, I can assure you that even if you say nothing, the media will say something about you. That is the character of the media in this country. I don't want to take very long. I don't want to take very long because, as it is, some wonderful speeches have been made about you. But I will certainly say a few things. And I will start with saying that our constitution makers realized that the conflict between power and protecting citizens is part of judicial decision-making. That conflict will be there before every judge. In a sense, the history of civilization is a conflict between the desire to dominate and the desire for emancipation. This is true of the desire to get freedom from the dominance of colonial powers. It is the desire for women to be free in the context of the mindset, the misogynistic mindset in our society. It is desire for the less privileged classes to break the shackles of dominance. It's the desire to reject cultural dominance, political dominance. That's the history of civilization. And courts exist to ensure that systems do not dominate the citizen of this country. And it is those judges who protect the freedoms of the people of this country that will always be remembered. The journey of any judge in this court is tested on the anvil of his or her ability to strike a balance between the necessity of curbing an individual's freedom and zealously protecting it from arbitrary state action. The run-of-the-mill matters that come to court relating to civil disputes, corporate legal wars, are not central to the life of the individual. Every human being cherishes freedom in all its multifarious forms. The court is the gendarme, ensuring that the dignity of the individual in all its manifestations is safe even from non-state actors. We cherish the journey of judges who do this. Justice Oak, you passed this test with flying colors. Seldom have we seen a judge seeking accountability of every state action which is found to be suspect. Seldom have we seen a judge in court who has expanded the concept of liberty in the face of laws designed to emasculate our freedoms. Your journey as a judge and your passion for liberty in the context of our constitutional values is a benchmark which will be remembered when the history of this court is written. For the heart and soul of this court, its greatest moments and the greatest judges are remembered for their actions in defending liberty and personal freedoms of the people of this country. The judgments that are remembered are the ones in which judges defended fundamental rights against incursions, from Fazal Ali's dissent in Gopalan to Vivian Bose's principle that Article 14 militates against arbitrariness. In State of West Bengal versus Anwar Ali Sarkar, to the inviolability of Part 3 in Golaknath, to the basic features doctrine in Keshav Nand, to H.R. Khanna's fearless dissent, ADM Jabalpur, to Maneka Gandhi, to Jeevan Reddy's majority in Indira Sani, and to Sabharwal's formulation of the Golden Triangle in Coelho. You, Justice Oak, have earned for yourself a place in this pantheon of great judges. You will be remembered for your candor, your transparency, your forthrightness, and your ability to unveil the motivations involved in the exercise of power to diminish human freedoms. The battle between the state and the citizen is per se unequal. The state has all the power and machinery to ensure that its will becomes a command, and the only institution that can deal with this command is a judge who tests it on the anvil of our constitutional freedoms. When the history of this court is written, there will be a brand oak. A brand oak chapter which will inspire future generations. I wish you all the best for the next chapter in your professional and personal life. And you're right to thank your family, your wife, Anuja Oak, the members of your family who have sacrificed, your father who has sacrificed. That's the part of your DNA. And you have done us all proud. There are very few judges who depart with the kind of affection that you've seen today, this evening. But let me end, this is the ritual that I perform, with a little poem for you. Just a few of you who came our way make us feel secure. Keeping our freedoms flame alive, your instincts pristine pure. That is the kind of judge we want for justice to prevail, calling a spade, upright, forthright, and unafraid. Those meandering confronted with, please answer yes or no. Any attempt to prevaricate, not a safe way to go. Passion for law runs through your veins and justice pumps your heart. Across the bar, exception none hold you in great regard. Powers who exceed their brief acting with impunity tested all such actions on their constitutionality. A few of those who dare to bowl a googly in your court, you cited it before they bowled, handle it with comport. An unsteady judicial ship needs judges who give us hope. You've set the tone by judgments referred to as brand oak. For you have left a legacy that's hard to ever match. Your judgments have such clarity, rendered with quick dispatch. The candor of your judgments will reverberate for years, for in our hearts their melody will constantly endure. It was evident that you believed that rights have primacy. We're always in the forefront in our tryst with destiny. Thank you very much. I just want to hand over, if you don't mind. If I may just